Hi, my name's Annie and I'm a bullet journaling artist. Today I'm going to show you how to add some fonts and some hand lettering styles to your bullet journals. So the first thing I'm going to show you is some brush lettering. This is quite nice. I use this quite often if I'm, starting something new or if I'm making a heading in my journal. If you're really good at lettering, you don't need to worry about sketching it out in pencil first, but this can be quite a good idea so that you know what it's going to be on the page and so that you can make any adjustments before you go in with your pen. For this lettering style, I'm going to use quite a thick brush tip. I usually use these pens when I'm doing something, some quite big handwriting, because personally I find them difficult to write words, in smaller case with. You also don't need to stick to your sketch if it's not quite right. You can either sketch it again if you're not happy with it, or you can freestyle towards the end of the lettering or wherever you think the letters should actually go. So now I'm going to write the same word again using brush lettering, but I'm going to use a different pen with a smaller nib so that you can see how you can incorporate this style of lettering into your journal but make it more, fit on the page nicer if you've got, a lot of things to add to your page. Okay, the idea when you're doing this style of lettering is that you want to, when you go down, on the downstroke press hard, and on the upstroke lighten up, and that's what's going to create the thick parts of the letter and then the thin parts of the letter. So pressing hard on the way down and lightly on the way up. And when you're doing things like this, if you notice here and here, I've made the letters don't flow smoothly together, you can just go in with your pen and, just neaten things up. There's nothing wrong with that. Another thing that I really like doing in my journal is kind of faux calligraphy. So it's really good to do this with a pencil first so that you can, follow your lines. And this is really great if you've never done brush lettering before. You can, try this out, and it's kind of, I feel like, a good starting place. So maybe, I might use this type of thing if I was writing a day of the month. So I'm going to write January. I also find this quite useful because you'll see when I start using the pen that, for example, the J, I want to put the stroke behind the thick part of the letter. I don't want it to be in front, so I find if you draw it out first, it's much easier to do that. And here you're sketching it out rather than just doing it with the pen. I'm going to just use a fine liner for this. It's important to remember that you don't need to rush doing this. A lot of the time you'll see things online that are sped up, and that's a really nice look, and it lets it saves the audience sitting, watching somebody slowly hand lettering if it's part of a bigger thing that the person is showing you. But rest assured that the majority of people will do this quite slowly, so you don't need to rush. And it's okay to stop, start, pick the pen off the paper, put it back. You don't need to do it all in one go. Recently, what I've really been enjoying doing is just block lettering the days of the week, because I find that that's quick, it's easy, I'm never going to make an excuse not to do it. So this is really just my own handwriting, but just kind of writing in big block capitals. Another way that I sometimes write these is kind of keeping them really thin. I find that these ones don't need to be quite so accurate because you're just kind of more freestyle, and because it looks more kind of like freehand, you can get away with making more mistakes. I really hope you've enjoyed watching me creating some different lettering styles. I hope that you'll be able to include these in your own bullet journal, and if you've not tried them before, then give them a try. If you want to learn more about bullet journaling, follow Domestika to find out more about my online course.